This is not a kid-friendly show.
Yo, what's going on, my dudes? Welcome to another RuneScape news coverage video. So, today, we're going to be talking about the Sliske's Endgame quest. Now, this is going to be some spoilers for the rewards, so if you really don't want to hear none of that, I suggest just clicking off, because we're going to be talking all about that shit. And a couple of other teasers as well. So this is coming from the live stream yesterday, and we got some pretty interesting stuff. Without further ado, I'll have Mod Raven take it away for me. Let go!
Any more direct rewards in that sense?
Well, so we're giving out a skilling set,
Right.
with a skilling set effect, which consists of an offhand skilling item, which can affect hunter,
It's hunter,
runecrafting, and farming.
Yeah.
Which have little benefits whilst you've got them equipped, which are going to be useful. So the hunter one, for example, when your box trap fails, it will just reset automatically.
Okay.
Not when it times out. But when it fails,
If it fails,
it'll just reset. So it's a nice little useful thing. The runecrafting one, I believe, stops your runecrafting pouches degrading, which is, well, by half of as much. But with the other things that already stop it, means you can have never degrading runecrafting pouches if you've got both. And the farming one means that if your herbs die, you can collect sort of dead herbs that have value. They convert to a little bit of XP. So it means that your general skilling is improved and functionally better. The ring has some nice stat bonuses.
The ring has a +3 stat bonus on it, and this is all for
to
all your
stats.
stats.
To certain non-combat skills. I can't remember the exact list off the top of my head.
So is this like an invisible boost then?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
And there's a necklace as well, which means that when you summon a summoning familiar, after the initial drain of summoning, it no longer drains.
What?
So so
you don't lose points as the familiar's up. Wow,
So this is all designed around a kind of idea of a sort of skilling set and a skilling set effect. So there's also a set effect with them which spawns kind of shadow wispy things.
That's well described.
Yep.
So if you've got all three items,
Shadow whiskey.
Shadow whiskey.
whiskey.
It's like normal whiskey, only
But in all seriousness, it's not whiskey. If you've got all three items in the set equipped, every now and then a shadow wisp will appear while you're skilling, and you can interact with that for a little bit of bonus XP.
And obviously there is more. That's just a taste, I guess, of what's to come.
So these sound like some really badass rewards, I'm not gonna lie. First up, we have an offhand that allows it to auto-fix traps if they fail. That's gonna make Hunter a lot less tedious and a slightly more AFK. I mean, you're still gonna have to check your traps when you catch something or when they fall apart, but this basically guarantees, assuming they don't fall apart, that you're gonna get one catch for every time you plant a trap, which is great. I think that's gonna help out Hunter a lot. It's gonna be really good in the Arc region as well, because the XP there is insane. And I think it's a really nice thing to do it as an offhand, because you got the Yak 2 stick in the mainland for the double XP, or bonus XP actually, and it's a nice compromise. Next up, we have the ring. I don't know if that's going to have any secondary effect, but somebody with Maxscape, sounds like it's not really going to help you out because it gives a +3 invisible boost. If you're already max level, it's not going to really help you out, but it might for some skills. Like if it helps Hunter, it'll make your catch rates improve, but we don't know what those skills are yet, so it might not help out a max player, but I'm leaning towards the idea that it will help out in some way, like I just said with the Hunter. So I think it's going to be beneficial for everybody, at least. If you're not 99, it's definitely beneficial because you will have the ability to reach levels or make things at which levels you weren't able to make because you didn't have the level. So that's really nice to know. Pretty good ring overall. Next up, we have that necklace. That sounds crazy. It's going to be really helpful for skillers. Nobody ever notices it for PVM because obviously most people use restore flasks, so you never really have that downside of not having summoning points. But for skillers, it's going to be really great. So like they said, you only drain prayer points from your initial cost of summoning the familiar and not drain while you're using the familiar. It's going to be great for things like mining and fishing with lava titans and granite lobsters respectively. So that's pretty awesome. I'm really happy that they did that. So next up, I want to talk about a couple of teaser images that we got also with the live stream. So the first one here, we got Armadale. Now nothing up front, doesn't really tell us anything. It's just a picture of Armadale and nothing special. Just on his perch south of Valley. So yeah, this image, nothing too interesting, but they did say in the live stream that there is going to be a bigger focus on Armadale, as we haven't seen much quest-wise involving him. So he will have a much bigger involvement in this quest, which is great to hear. Moving on, we got another picture, and here we have Saradomin. This time around, he's gotten another graphical update, looking much more detailed. He's got these frilly things coming down his vestments on each side. Pretty interesting. He's got some bodyguards, some white knights helping him out, and it's a really nice. It's a pretty good high definition upgrade to Saradomin's model. Not too shabby. Next up, we just have another image of Saradomin, just to give you a better idea of what the detail looks like up close. Pretty interesting. Looks like he's commanding or something, you know. His guards are ready to fight somebody. Apparently someone's approaching him. Some kind of conflict going on. Wonder what it could be. And finally, we have a picture of Verlomia. You might wonder, who the fuck is that? Well, this is the Sliske emissary that you go to if you want to side with Sliske, if you remember way back when they added the emissaries. This is just the Sliske one. But this is interesting because I wonder if the other emissaries are going to be involved. Obviously, it's Sliske's endgame. It makes sense to have his emissary involved in the quest. But it looks like she's breathing some kind of fire. I don't know what's going on there. Pretty interesting stuff. But we do know that obviously she has some sort of involvement in the quest. That's good to know. And like I said, maybe we'll see the other emissaries. This also hints at the possibility that the emissary you chose may have some sort of involvement in the quest and may affect the quest dialogue or the way the quest plays out. And it might be very different based on which one you chose. So that's really interesting to know. Anyways, that about wraps up this video. If you liked the video, hit the like button. And if you enjoyed me, why not subscribe? I got news about RuneScape almost every single day. You don't really want to miss out on that. Trust me, bruh. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'm out. Peace.